Limitless love family, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I've had the most exceptional day. So many magical things have unfolded, and I wanted to just jump in and just share a bit with you and a few things. The first thing I want to share is that I feel so full, personally. I feel really privileged to be able to even be able to support people. And as many of you guys know, I started doing one-on-one private sessions at a really affordable price recently. And the last 3 weeks I've had, every week's been fully booked out. And I just want to share some aspects to really support everyone that's in the work right now, because there's a lot of healers, a lot of facilitators, a lot of coaches, a lot of people that are really, really committed and devoted to the work in this space, and I wanted to just kind of speak to it. What I always desire to do is to save you time, save people time, and I'm a very big believer in being in the work and doing the work, but I'm also a believer of how do we simplify and create more tangible results sooner. So an example of that is Together We Breathe, right? Together We Breathe is like 8 days, full power, straight to the point, powerful transformation. Created this community originally, And even since then, there's been so much refinement that's unfolded for Limitless Love, and the way that we operate, the way that we teach, the way we facilitate, and the way that we show up for ourselves individually behind the scenes as well. And one of the greatest gifts that I feel I found recently is the ability to be able to release emotions, blockages, things that are resistances, what feels like 3 and 4 times faster. And what's really, really extraordinary about it is the tangibility of releasing the core emotion has become significantly amplified. So what does that mean? Your causal emotions are what creates your law of attraction. Your law of attraction is created by the emotions that are stored in your body. Most of them come from 0 to 13, when you're, what's up, Erica? Good to see you, sister. Most of your causal emotions that manifest your reality are from your childhood, yes, and 0 to 13 is the window of time where you haven't developed your conscious mind. You also haven't developed your own personal free will to the level at which you can actually create your own reality. So up until that point, you're in the environment that your caregiver or your parents select for you, and you're kind of have to settle for whatever you're given in a way. And for many of us, it was really beautiful and loving, and others it was quite challenging. And actually, either side of the spectrum, there are things that we need to work on either side. Good example, Abigail had a really beautiful upbringing. Her parents were really present and available. And mine wasn't necessarily that bad, but I've had a lot of pain and emotions I've had to move through in relation to my family. And what's really interesting is that it doesn't mean that she's had it easier than me. She just had it different to me. But actually, some of the deepest things we've had to heal have been exactly the same. So what I love about this work is that there's so many people that I'm doing sessions with that are coaches, that are leaders, that are visionaries, that are entrepreneurs, people that are running large businesses, people that are, responsible for communities and running big organizations and that kind of stuff. And some coaches, that are also getting started out, and there's a bit of a mixture of who I'm facilitating at the moment. But the thing that I love is that the most common response that I'm getting is, wow, this gets to be so much easier. One of the reasons why I've turned the volume down on a lot of different modalities, and you guys have heard me speak about this, I've stopped doing so many other things and so many other rituals and meditations and different styles and modalities of work to release emotions or to experience more of my greatness, my love, my joy, my bliss, my ecstasy, is because I realized, regardless of what I thought I was experiencing, the truth was, in the depths of my core, the depths of my soul, nothing was actually tangibly, completely transforming. And what I would assert in the 10 years and really the last 6 years that I've really gone, well, maybe 5 years, sorry, that I've gone really, really into the work, is that I've experimented with so many things. you know, and I realized where so many of them, although it seemed like I was transforming, compared to the level of transformation that I'm receiving personally now and that I'm able to facilitate for others, is still, what back then was still very surface level. So what I put forward to all of you is an opportunity for you guys to save time. You've heard me express the frustration that I've held around why is the work taking so long? Why does it feel like some people are trying to build a 6-figure coaching business for 3 years? Like, why is that staying around for so long? Why is that a thing they envision and eventually they lose faith in, right? People lose faith in their ability to make more money. Why is the people that are doing really well financially but their relationships are poor, right? There's no intimacy in their relationship. They may have a huge business, right? They may be some of the most respected people on social media, or they'll be in the biggest communities that we all love and respect. But behind the scenes, there's a very profound lack of intimacy, and there's no depth in their relationship, and there's no depth of their team and the culture of their business. Although it's fun, it's not necessarily nourishing and fulfilling. Why are there so many coaches that think they're in integrity, but when they really, really sink in, they realize, holy fuck, I'm out of integrity, completely out of integrity. And what I want you guys to hear is that we all, due to the fact, doesn't matter what level you're at, due to the fact that we don't feel safe, we all have this part of us that's built in that tries to protect ourselves, tries to defend ourselves, tries to hide. And the reason we do that is because we don't feel safe, and because the truth is we're afraid of our emotions. We may do a 2-hour breathwork journey or receive some big activation that seems cosmic and galactic. But very often it's actually distraction, not true transformation. Very often we're really being interfered with by spirits, and then we're like, oh, I had this past life experience. And as well as that sounds really good and really sexy, what tangible transformation did that actually create in your life? Because you can continue to get caught up in spiritual wankery for the rest of your life if you choose it. I know that I've been myself stuck in that myself. Or you can just do the real work that actually, to be honest with you, when you actually figure out a few things and you remove a lot of the distractions out of your environment, you can do 6 times the amount of work in a shorter amount of time. And there are so many people that I'm speaking to, you know, that will have a moment and something will trigger them, and they have a particular vision they want to create or something they want to experience intimately with their partner, and then something will be triggered and they'll have a desire to reach out to me because they know I can support them, but it'll take them 12 or 13 days to get to me. And then what happens is that same person is like, fuck, now I have to book in 3 weeks from now. So the question I want to bring forward, or the thing I want to let you know is this, is that sometimes what I experience is someone will message me and they will ask me a question, or they will put a comment on my post, and I will just hit them with the truth. Sometimes I'm just like, boom, here it is. Here's the fucking gap that's holding you back from the next level of the evolution. What happens is people tense up, they go into a fear response, they then retract and go into addiction, and then in the addiction, they avoid solving the issue sooner rather than later. And I have these moments where I'll message somebody something and tell them a solution to what they're facing right now, present them an opportunity to release it. They'll take an extra 10 or 11 days to get to me, and they've wasted 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, sometimes 6 months of their time trying to resolve this thing, getting caught up in all of this new age spirituality and all this new age bullshit, that all it actually does is confuse you from the actual true cause of what's holding you back. And we stay in these cycles. If you're constantly always being completely fucked up by astrology, I need to let you know that there's something bigger you need to work on. Yes, when there are supermoons and there are these eclipses and there's all these things, it amplifies the energy. I agree. When there's a supermoon, the moon comes closer to the earth, creating an electromagnetic current that then starts to move the energy that's stored within us up to the surface. The trick is everyone's always like, oh, I'm feeling all the feels. I'm like, yeah, but what are you actually feeling? What are you actually feeling? Because as well as it's good to be all feeling all the feels and to sound really good and to say all this spiritual shit and then do a full moon ceremony and then hopefully release a couple of things, but really you're releasing it intellectually and you're emotionally not even shifting anything, your life isn't actually changing. Your relationship hasn't got any more intimacy. You're making the same money or less money than you're making the month previously. You're settling for the same level of suppressing your dream that you've been settling for the rest of your life. And my question to you is, how much longer do you want that to go on for? How much longer do you want to just do the right thing? How much longer do you want to receive another course and then receive another belief system and then completely realize that, holy shit, now I'm just more confused and I'm trying to justify this with this and 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 that means this and this means this, and now I'm feeling all the feels. One of the greatest things that we've lost touch with is true discernment. I'm speaking to all of us. We've lost touch with true discernment. The ability to feel emotionally when someone is speaking and be able to feel how we feel about it emotionally, so we can feel past all of our own personal limiting beliefs and emotions and unworthinesses and whatever it is, to then be able to recognize the truth. So what happens is we bounce around and we hand over our power to these other people that are telling us things that sound fucking sexy and that have been marketed well. And that the challenge with most of the industry is most of the industry are really good at marketing, but they're terrible coaches. There's a part of you that knows what I said is the truth. They're really good at marketing. Heck, maybe they were great at sales. But when it comes to the fucking facilitation and the experience and the tangible, not results you get when you're feeling high after a beautiful meditation, I'm talking about 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months later. That's what I'm talking about. Is that person's life shifting? And if that's not happening, then what's the point of all of it? If you're stuck in the illusion and the cycles where I'm really in and I'm so deep in the work, but you really feel like you're going around in circles, I'm speaking to you. Because I'm starting to realize why I step forward with these sessions. What's up, Colleen? So good to see you. Well, I started doing sessions and making myself more accessible to people is I got sick of hearing high-level people there investing sometimes tens and thousands of dollars into things that aren't actually creating any tangible results for themselves anymore. They're learning about astrology and cycles and human design and gene keys and manifestation and this and this and this, but nothing's actually tangibly changing in their life. They feel a little bit better, maybe. But I don't know about you. I came here to live my dreams. Period. End of story. And I don't just mean financially, because everyone always thinks about these things financially. Unconsciously, we think it means financially because we think if we have more money, we'll ever do more shit. And sure, making more money is a great thing, but I'm talking about, imagine your dream relationship. Imagine meet deeply on a soul level and having someone that you can spend each day, each night with, that fully can receive every part of you. I'm not talking about being financially free, because that's an illusion. The amount of 7-figure and 8-figure entrepreneurs that I know that are not financially free, they are slaves to their business. They are not financially free. And it's why I made a statement recently. I'm like, making more money doesn't make you financially free. Being in integrity with money and creating a profitable business creates financial freedom. There's a very, very big difference. Something can look some way and be completely different behind the scenes. And another thing as well is that sometimes people create these things that they become a slave to. We did this with Limitless Love. I'm just like full transparent. We did this with Limitless Love. We created, in a lot of ways, our worst enemy with Limitless Love. 2020 was a big year of being really honest with ourselves. 2020 was a huge year of being like, fuck, is this actually the life that we wanted? Is this seriously everything? If we look at every single thing that's here now, is this actually what we want? Like truly, not beyond what anyone else thinks, because the challenge that we face is we have a lot of people that don't know the full truth of our experience, validating the facade that we have on social media, as opposed to seeing the real us and what's behind the scenes. Because most of the people that you guys follow are not free. They're not free. Most of the people that you guys are willing to pay money for courses, they're actually not free. They're stuck in the same dissolution that you're stuck in. So what you're feeling is someone that's invested more than $500,000 in self-development. I've done all the things, all the plant medicines, all the sexuality, the tantra, the breath works, and the hypno to holographic NLP to timeline therapy. You just keeps going. And I'm actually a facilitator of most of those things that I just mentioned. And the thing is, I don't even actually use 95% of those things anymore when I facilitate. Because they create the illusion of results rather than tangible transformation. I also no longer believe in doing work on the subconscious mind either. Because the subconscious mind by its nature is limited. There wouldn't be a subconscious mind if your soul wasn't suppressed. If your soul was fully expressed, the subconscious mind doesn't exist. We intellectually created a theory, or Freud did, to explain what's happening in our experience, in our subconscious, in our mind or our intellect. But really, what we need to be talking about is what's happening in the soul. Because when you start doing soul work, the speed of your evolution, I want to say 10x's, because the results that I'm seeing in people is like, it's 10x. And I'm not just saying that to you. Like when you start focusing on the soul and just for a second let go of the subconscious mind and all the things you think you know about the subconscious mind, and you start working on the soul, I have to tell you, the last 9 months has been such a rapid transformation because I've focused on the soul. And I won't go through what that is again because I've explained it in previous videos and you guys can check that out. But anyway, so what I'm suggesting here is that many of you hesitate. You desire to do a session with me, you know it's for you, and you hold back. And I want to honor the epic. There's been 20-something people, I don't know how many people, 23 or 24 at this that have completed now, that have done sessions, that have all receiving, extraordinary, amazing, beautiful results in their own way. Some of them are around the heart, opening up to their soulmates. Some are around money, and they're just collapsing timelines at the moment and letting go of what seems like years and years of lineage stuff around money. There's all kinds of array of things that are unfolding, from business to vision to soulmate stuff to activating more prosperity, and someone making more money within a matter of days, if not within a day. They literally, more money's just showing up and they're not even doing more work. And this is the key thing. We always have this, we have it hardwired. We all know this intellectually, we don't have to work hard to make more money. But the thing is that we always continue to not take action because we feel drowned down by how much work we think we need to do in order to make more money. But that's all just complete bullshit. You don't need better marketing. And I would agree that understanding marketing is a good thing only for the fact that it teaches you to communicate your message, but I would suggest that it isn't the reason why you're not making more money. For another person that's trying to build a coaching business that hasn't even made their first $50,000 yet and thinks they need to invest more in marketing, let me tell you this. We'd made more than $800,000 before we had a clue what we were doing with marketing. It is not about your marketing. We've made millions and millions of dollars and we still haven't completed our website yet. Those things aren't what creates momentum in your business. They just aren't. We filled our first retreat with no landing page. And the second retreat, because we counted it, we had 22 people come to our second retreat. Only 2 of them out of the 22 signed up because we had a landing page. Everything else was built on relationships, connection, intimacy, and delivering tangible results. All the rest of it is just the shit that people want to package and sell to you so you can think you need something you don't. And they play into the party that doesn't feel worthy, basically. And, yeah, they create the illusion. Yeah, totally, Rookie. What's up, sister? So, what I desire to do is share with you that the profound realization that some people were having today on the calls I was having with them was so amazing, and just seeing the beauty. And it was all women today, actually, which is really beautiful. P.S. Where are the brothers at? Yo, where are the fucking men at? But what's really amazing about today was there was some that was desire was around making more money. And we went there, right? And we released some particular aspects for them that helped them to create more space, and then gave them the correct rituals to support them to maximize their ability to manifest more money. Some people have done so much somatic work, they're so rattled that they actually just need to stop everything. Like, you need to just stop doing all of the things. Stop breathing, stop shaking, stop dancing, just stop doing all of those things. And just rest and soften and nurture yourself and actually come into a really beautiful, tender place where your body can just gently open and feel safe and release what it needs to release. Yeah. Samantha Jane Beatty, you tell me, sister. You tell me. There are many things that I could say, but I don't feel like it's necessary for me to share it right now. But my point is this. I am not sure how much longer I'm going to do these sessions for, and that's the truth. I'm definitely doing the next 3 weeks. Next week's mostly booked out. The following week has, I think, 4 spaces left, and I'm not sure what's up with the following week. And those are the 3 weeks I know I'm definitely doing this for longer. So it's $270 Australian to do a one-on-one session with me for 45 minutes, and some of them go for 50 minutes or 55 minutes. So I will say this, it's usually more than $2,000 an hour to work with me. And if you want to explore it, if you're a facilitator or a coach and you want to save yourself some time, if you're done with settling for these money blocks and getting stuck in and holes and patterns of hopefully releasing it and hopefully doing this, and I hope I released that thing, and you feel like you did, but then you kind of feel like you didn't. If you're done with fucking around, basically, just to be really transparent, that's what I'm seeing a lot of people doing. They're just fucking wasting their time. If you're done with all of that, then definitely. And what I want you to sincerely feel is, don't just do it because it's really affordable. Do it because you sincerely are ready to transform when you're done with settling for mediocrity in your life. And I mean in your business, in your relationships. If you want to call on your soulmate and you want to save yourself time, if whatever that piece is for you, everyone's got a different piece, right? Some of you guys performance and energy. Other guys just like taking your vision to a whole new level. Whatever it is for you, you know, one of the things that Limitless Love is specialized in is we've gone into every single area of life. We don't just say the words, we came here to be all. We are in the practice of becoming extraordinary in every single area of our life. And we came here to be it all. So we invite you to join us if that feels authentic for you. Sending you all so much love, and yeah, I'll put a link below if you do feel the call, and yeah, I'll chat to you all soon. Peace.